Okere, which means it is small in Ishekiri language, is an Ishekiri indigenous community and is the oldest in the modern day Warri kingdom. Having been founded around 1497 by Benin War General Ekpenede, it was said that he was sent after the prince entourage to bring them back. He is said to have also planted his staff at the center of the settlement with the invocation Ogumbaja Okere, which literally means that war will never come to Okere. His staff grew into a tree which stands proudly by the Okere Market Junction today as a major historical landmark. Arimabo is another sacred tree also planted by General Ekpenede that stands at the center of Okere Market, roundabout protected by the white slab. On this edition of Community Front, we'll be looking at Okere community, looking at its history, rich historical sites, and also that very great festival that many will attribute is also a divine one with the Okere community, and we're talking about the Awankere Festival. Well, I'll need to welcome you back, and it's still Community Front. As you do know, my name is Michael Gobadia Ray. Well, we had in a brief understanding of the Okere community, and before we came here, we just took a brief history of that very great community. But as much as we can do this, you do know that it's this very edition will never, and I mean really never, be complete if we do not have a great interview with not just the people that matter, but critical stakeholders of this great community to give us an insight why this community still remains one of the most important in the whole of Warri Kingdom. And that's why I'll be having this great interview with elder statesmen and also critical stakeholders of Okere community right here in this great Warri Kingdom. So basically, let's just really introduce them and dive deep into the interview itself. Let them give us a brief understanding of why this community still remains one of the most important, and indeed one that many will say is holding the Warri Kingdom itself. And I have, like I said, I have great men, elder statesmen and critical stakeholders of this community with me. And without really holding your time, it's only good I introduce them so we can get the discussion going. And I have no other person but Chief Kofi Edomi Kati. Good day and welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Also, we have no other person but Honorable Barrister David Eyitimi Oki. Welcome to the show, sir. And also, our elder statesman is also joining us on this great interview. And I'm talking about Prince Churchill Owami Yemi Oki, JP. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
Well, I really want to start with you. I'm talking about Barrister. And it's important we understand the brief history of this great community. Like I said in my introduction, Okere community will be regarded as one of the founding community of this great Warri Kingdom. And if we take our mind back, it was all founded in 1497. I could still remember through our history books. But just give us a brief understanding of a brief history of this great community and why it holds a pivotal role in the whole of Warri Kingdom.
Yes, thank you very much. Like you said, the community is a great community, very significant community.
Okay.
But I want to correct my impression.
Okay.
Where you said it's a foremost community.
Okay.
It's not the foremost.
Okay.
The first 5 communities that were in existence in Warri Kingdom before Okere are Ureji,
Okay.
Iribokotomu, Omadino, Buru. The 5th one is Inori. These 5 communities, Iribokotomu is of Igala descent, and they are in today Big Warri. So Inori, Ureji, Uborodo and Omadino, they are from Ogun State, Ode. So now, these 5 communities, Giniwa, the son of Oba Oluwa, the then Oba of Benin, his son, Oluwa's son, Giniwa, was envied. So the father noticed that there is problem. If he passes or if he joins his ancestors, the kingdom will not be comfortable for his son, Giniwa. So he asked Giniwa to move away from the Benin kingdom and go and found his own kingdom. but he deceived his chiefs that his son Giniwa is going for Oloku in Benin, in Warri they call it Umaluku. So now ask the sons, the 70 chiefs, their senior sons, and you know the importance of a senior son in Benin to accompany his son, the heir apparent, to go and found his kingdom. Along the line, they waited endlessly. The chiefs were seeing their sons, and I said, Ekpenede, Ekpen for short. Go, you are a warrior. Go and bring our sons, if possible, bring back your nephew, because Giniwa was Obaluwa's, Giniwa was Ekpen's nephew, because Giniwa's mother is Ekpen's sister. So he had no option than to go for the mission. He came, he tried with his retinue of army, he didn't succeed. So he said his army has depleted. He had no option than to come to this place he has here today, called Okere, to further stand the foundation of the community. They now planted his staff and they called it Okere Odola. Before what will come to Okere will be postponed into the tomorrow, and tomorrow will never end. Then, after his short stay, he now planted another deity to protect the community. That deity is called Arimabu. These heritages or landmarks are still there at the epic center where you saw today. So the tree by the Coastline Microfinance Bank is the Arimabu, is the Okere tree, while the one at the center is the Arimabu tree. So the descendants of Ekpenede are the people we are seeing here today, with 6 quarters. But now left with 5. We have Idipolo, which is the epicenter, the first Idimi, or the first quarter. We have Idimi Dapa, we have Ogele, we have Ugubite, we have Ajamoga, and the Idimi, which is the most recent. So these are the 6 quarters that makes up the Okere community, and it's the first and largest community in Warri metropolis.
Okay. Well, thank you for that correction, because that was where I was going to, as being one of the most important in the whole of Warri Kingdom, as in we're talking about the recent Warri metropolis. But you talked about some significant sites to support this very story you talked about, and one you talked about is where he planted his staff that is still there. Now let's come back to understanding that history. I do know Okere community is basically Ishekiri.
Yes.
But we also understand that because of the warmness of the Ishekiri people, they've also invited others to come and stay. But we'll not go to where that has led to. Let's still remain with the great Ishekiri people. Now let me understand. We understand you people are very hospitable, and that's why you accommodate many others. But how much of that has also been of a problem in you accommodating strangers to live among the Okere community itself?
In terms of accommodation?
Yes.
Yes, that is it. If there is way you accommodate somebody, at the end of the day, your accommodation or your hospitality return is a sour, a sour. But by the grace of God, you are managing it, and we have to show maturity of the community and the doggedness and the administrative structure of the community.
Okay, I'll leave you. I'll come back to you soon. Let me reach you now, sir. And I want us to. He talked about administrative structure of this community, and many will say they envy you people for that, because it has been able to put everything in structure, put everything in place, and made you one strong bond. So let's really understand that administrative structure that others envy and look at as one of your major significant stand.
See, from what Barrister Okere introduced to you as being part of the history,
Yes, sir.
you have the head of the community, who is the founder of the community itself, that's Ekpenede,
Okay.
now being represented because he had children and the dynasty continued.
Yes.
Now he came with an appellation of Ugebo,
Okay.
meaning the king of the land.
Okay.
And by the grace of God today, we have Chief Felix Sisi as the Olaja with his appellation Ugebo. He is the head of the committee, and he has his council of elders, which we refer to as Ogieboro in council, with the Olaraja Ogieboro as the chairman. Is the highest policy-making body of the committee. They design the policies and administer the community by doing division work to be able to carry everybody together. Outside the Ogieboro Council, which is the Council of Elders,
Yes.
you now have an intermediary group. In the past was the Advisory Council, but during this period, we have now metamorphosed into the Management Committee. This Management Committee do the day-to-day duties, assignments from the Elders Council. The last tier is the Youth Executive Council,
Okay.
where they have the executive, and it's expected they normally have their constitution, and you have representatives from each quarters. Like I told you, we have 6 Idimis,
Yes.
now 5.
Okay.
And every executive committee from time has been represented. You have representative of each Idimi in that committee. But the Ogieboro Council administers through ad hoc or standing committees.
Okay.
We have the Traditional Rights Committee, who are responsible for the festival
Yes.
that is on now.
Yeah.
But they take instructions from the Ogieboro Council.
Mm.
You have the Lands Committee
Okay.
to look after our boundaries and protection of our landmass.
Okay.
You also have the Finance Committee, and of course, money must be used and accountable. You also have the Legal Committee,
Okay.
and you cannot be an island to yourself without people creating some problems for you, or trying to allow the rule of law
To exist.
to exist. Which other committee again? You have the Education Committee, and Oki is the chairman. Every committee has the chairman and secretary, and they are free to have their administrative arrangements to be able to work effectively. One very important aspect of administrative structure that every instruction and directives come from the head of the committee, that is the Ogieboro himself. His authority is unchallengeable. It's not autocratic,
Okay.
and I won't say it's also democratic, but because you cannot challenge his decisions, because he will have weighed the outcomes
Yes.
before coming and arriving at the decision. A house that is not built on strong foundation,
Yeah, we definitely fall.
so he looks at this side, and the pendulum stands and takes his decision from the contributions of other members of the Ogieboro Council. So we have this structure, and has worked from time immemorial. But like any situation, the only thing that is constant is change.
Of course.
And you now look at evolving some administrative points to be able to run effectively. We are not an oil producing community. We've always had peace in this community until recently. And the envy in this community that whatever the Ogieboro says, they listen and act. So it's not a question of you will do as you wish.
Yeah.
It's final authority, and it does not act without consultation
Of the council.
of the council. So basically, these are the 3 tiers: the Ogieboro Council, the now Management Committee, and then the Youth Executive, with ad hoc and subcommittees to be able to effectively.
Okay, I'll still remain with you, and you talked about these different structures. that exists. So if there's any issue being raised by anyone, what is his first point of contact? Is it coming here to the council itself before it's now giving which administrative uh, head to answer, or how is it being done? Especially if you have issues that concerns someone in this community.
Now, for instance, if there are differences between subcommittees or individuals.
Individuals. I'm talking about individuals.
Individuals. Yeah. We have a dispute resolution committee.
Okay.
And that dispute resolution is the first call.
Okay.
Then that when we now have the Gable in council meetings, it reports, the chairman of that committee will report to Gable in council.
Okay.
And yes, because at every meeting of the Gable in council, the various chairmen of the subcommittees bring their reports, which are deliberated upon.
Okay. I'll really need to plead with you. We need to go on a break now, and when we come back, we continue our discussion as we're looking at Okere Kingdom, or Okere community, sorry, one most significant community in the Great Warri Kingdom itself. And we'll go on the break, but when we come back, we have more questions that I really need to ask our guests and critical stakeholders in this very great community for us to really understand. Let's go on a break. We'll come back and have some more.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Well, we need to welcome you back, and we're still having this great interview with critical stakeholders of the Okere community. In case you don't understand, it's still community front, and I'm still Michael Obadiah. Well, like I said, we still have our elder statement here, and also critical stakeholders of this great community. And I'll be coming straight to you now, Barrister, Honorable David. And one question I really want to ask, before we went on the break, you talked about, or rather, he talked about a festival that's also pivotal. One of the most important festivals in Delta State, as it stands now, is the Awankere Festival. I hope I'm right with the pronunciation. Now, we do know it's the 528th edition. We started on the 10th of June, and definitely will climax just this weekend. So our timing is perfect in coming to have this great interview with you. I really want to understand. Give us a brief understanding about this festival, because with what I know, it talks about fertility. We know here is a fertile land, but it still talks about fertility. So let's really understand more about this festival.
Okay, like you said, another important aspect of the community is our rich cultural heritage. And like you said, this is the 428th edition since 1497.
Yes.
We have two legends that led to how the festival started. Some has it that it came along with Ekpanedi, who came from Benin.
Okay.
And among the pre-festival activities, we have a particular ceremony called Awakare ceremony.
Okay.
There are three. Two are meant for initiated adults.
Okay.
One is because they are done in tonight.
Yes.
One is Adafifa. The other one is Ibi. These are two pre-festival ceremonies that are carried out to welcome the festival. So the third is Awakare. So I would say that it's one history has it that it came from Benin. Awakare is strongly celebrated in Benin.
Okay.
The same leaf they used to celebrate that ceremony is also in Benin. Then the second version is that a woman named Mugoroko, a fisherwoman, was fishing along this creek, this Okere Creek, from around Okere waterside down to Ajamugwa.
Okay.
These are the quarters. So when the woman got to Ajamuga area, she caught a particular object 3 times. The first one, she saw it, very strange object, very looking, very horrible. She threw it away. She went further along, fishing along the creek. She caught that object again. She looked at it, what kind of object is it? The third time, she had an option to come into the community to consult Ife in Shekiri and Ifa in Yoruba. Because Ife that now revealed that this is a deity that must be enacted. So to complement this second leg of the how it started, the groove of the festival, where the masquerades mass up and come to the epic center is lying and being situated at that particular spot where the strange object
was seen.
now it is celebrated every 3 lunar months during the rainy period. Luna said it is a fertility festival. Yes. During this period, when rain is falling, you must call your wife. Do something. And while the festival is going on, it's the enactment, how the women, the participants, how they dance. You can see how they mimic what a woman and a man do to lead to production of children. So it is a very similar festival because Agogo Festival of Kebbi, Igwe Festival of Benin, your Festival of Lagos, Awankere Festival is another similar festival. And we give kudos to the leadership of the community because through this leadership of this community, they brought in an athlete like yours now, Goge Africa. Yeah. So Goge Africa helped us to sell the festival. So as we speak, this festival is a tourism map of the world.
Yeah, I remain with you on that because I'm a bit interested in how this festival, like I said, is one of the most important festivals in Delta State. But if we look at some other festivals that just like you highlighted, and one I'm even more concerned about is the Ojuba Festival, Ojude, Oba Festival of Ogun State. We know it ranked in about 2 billion naira in sponsorship just this year. And the government of the day participated in ensuring that it's more like a tourist attraction. So how can, what advice would you have for the government of Delta State? Because this very festival is well known. How can they also come on board to make it well known and serve as a tourist attraction that will bring in investment into this great community and bring the map of this great community basically to the whole world? So how can the government also play a significant role in helping to enhance the abilities in this very festival?
Yes, we've tried our best, like I said. Okere has been on the stool of this community since his 28th year on the stool.
Yes.
Administrative.
Okay.
And as a retired administrator, retired from NPC as a director, tried his best, several committees, we tried our best. We don't know what is happening. At the time the National Tourism Board came, we visited there. Chief here is a cousin, brought Glow to sponsor. MTN, one of our sons, with Sonny Esu, also brought in MTN. We're trying to bring in these corporate bodies to sponsor and promote the festival. Like like what my father said, the government they are not helping us. Because for you to have such a big and large festival in your state that is competing with the Igwe Festival, competing with other festivals, it's a big tourism potential. They are the one that will be making the money.
Yes.
Tourists will check into hotels, they will make money.
Yes. Because
hotels are remitting to the state, they are paying revenues and tax.
Yes.
So you help us to cry with this medium now to them to do the needful.
Yeah, please, sorry to cut you short, Barrister. A brave voice here. I don't want to blow my trumpet. I'm 85 years. You see, they are missing something which I want to let you know. It's very serious. The festival is mysterious. Nobody can tell me the history. The thing came from nowhere. It's mysterious. If you don't get there, you won't know. When I was a boy, I never knew what was happening. So when I grew up, I knew what was happening. I'm older than him, but I knew very well. He knows more about the festival than myself because he used to play eminent flute. What I want to tell you now is this. Nothing is happening there more than prayer. 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 Right from the grove to the center. Prayer. Religious. The festival is very, very religious. This is what they are missing. Ask him. The man you see dressed in white and white, he has no other business more than praying. In the Shekili, it's something. So what I want to let you know is that this festival is a mysterious festival. Let us not come with books. Literary work was founded by this. Somebody went somewhere. This. Nobody knew how it came. Came from. Nobody. And when you see the way they dance, the way they sing, and everything, and you are talking of how do we pass this thing on? And let me give you my experience. That's where I stay. And the girl, a small boy, small boy when I'm sleeping. This time around, oh, the boy be singing in the Shakiri. Igala, somebody from Kogi, be singing this house. He'll be dancing to something. Ojite, Ojimanda. Do you know what I do? I come out and dance him. I say, you are helping me to promote Okere. Look at it. Look at it. So what I want to say is that the thing is so wonderful. This festival is so wonderful. Nobody can explain it.
The origin of it.
Origin. And then the activities.
Embedded.
The activities going on. They are where. How does it come? The water is blocked now. At my age when I was small. When they want to go and trade their where, it's another big ceremony. That is after they finish the leave. Women, men, children, they will all be running to the water side. To throw away the what? The leaf. And after throwing it away, they all go, they start doing what? Washing their feet. And when the masquerade is dancing, some people laugh at us with it, some praise it. What is that? Nobody can explain it.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
We really
and many
appreciate
things
that.
like that. So the long and short of what I'm going to say is that this Awankere Festival
It's mysterious.
It's a mysterious thing and it's religious. Very religious.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Well, because of time, we would have really loved to stay and also have more insight into this very great community, Okere community. I will really have to say that it's a very welcoming community because we just within a short period of time we notified them and they gave us the honor of actually sitting and discussing with us. That shows how hospitable they are, and one that also is a part of the festival itself, and one that many Nigerians are asking, especially from this community, when will the government also do more to ensure that this very great festival that is ongoing has not just in a state phase, but a national phase that will also bring a lot of persons into this great hospitable community? Is a question, well, not me will answer, but it's also thrown to the authorities. But with that, I really need to say thank you so much. We'll need to go on a break now. When we come, we'll also have a brief understanding or knowledge about what the youths are also doing in this great community, and that will definitely come just after this break. Don't go anywhere. Stick around with us, and we'll be back on it.
Alright, my name is Okere comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor AD.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, Naija Celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow, I know the lie for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom. Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Well, I'll need to welcome you back. It's the Atlantic TV right here. And I was still right here in this very hospitable community. I'm talking about Okere community. Like I said, we're having that interview. We just had that very insightful interview with elders and critical stakeholders of this great community. But it will not be complete if we do not also hear from young persons right here in Okere community. And we're talking about the youth. And right now, we're having this interview with no other but the youth chairman of Okere community. And I'm talking about Comrade Kevin Oludewa. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
I rather want to start because we had a great interview with the elders. And I'd rather pick what they said and some of the insights they gave to us. And one I really want us to talk about, I'm interested in, is that of the Awakare Festival, or Awakere Festival, like it's been said. I want us to look at that because I'm amazed. When I came, for the few days I've been around, and I witnessed that very festival, I saw young persons participating. And not only that, I've been around for a while, and it looks as if only young people are well embedded in the cultural tradition of this great community. So how has that been? Because we hardly go to some parts of the country, you rarely see young people participating in cultural activities of their community. They rather just jettison it somewhere else. But that's not the same here. It looks as if young people are well embedded in what is happening in the community, talking about the tradition and culture of the people. So how has that been? Have you people been able to do all of that?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You know, from time immemorial, it has been like that because we believe that the youth make the festival more effective and colorful. In terms of, there's what we call kupe dance, you know. So the youth that actually escorts the Ogebo in terms of kupe from his house to the event center.
Yes.
And also, while the Ogebo goes to the shrine, the youth also do escort the Ogebo to the shrine, you know. There is also what we call the Ojorumale, you know, that brings the masquerade out. So it is the youth that also escorting with that puppet dance. So youth makes it more colorful and, you know, unique in the eyes of strangers that come for this festival. So that is why we will always be involved. In terms of the traditional things, we are following the steps of our father because when they pass out, we'll be the one that will continue following the stuff.
Yeah.
So they give us that leverage, that room to at least know what they are doing for us to take on from the stuff. So that's why the youth are very, very important in this festival.
Well, thank you so much. And one more thing about Okere community is many people are talking about if there's no peace, the festival will definitely not be. And I would really want to say many Deltans are really appreciative of that fact. So my question now, being the youth chairman, how have you been able to bring about that peace, especially as it concerns young people in Okere community?
Okay.
That we rarely have issues.
Yeah, you know, we the youth of Okere, we are peace-loving people. We love ourselves, irrespective of little differences. There's a way we settle our differences, mostly in the festival period.
Yes.
We come together, you know, we participate together, even if we have internal differences. It won't be shown outside because we know what we are doing now. We are very, very peace-loving people. We love ourselves, we love brothers, so that's why you see, no matter what, we still have that establishment of peace amongst us.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Now, also, Okere, many people will say, I know a friend here. He's from Edo State, and he has been here for many years. And sometimes he even tells me he's feeling more like an indigene than an indigene himself, which shows the hospital or hospitable nature of the Okere people. But let me also get your thought as it concerns those that are not from this community. How have you been able to also bring them on board, make them feel welcome and loved also? Because if that does not exist, we will definitely have breakdown of law and order here. So how have your organization or your youth body been able to deal with issues that concerns not major settlers, major people from the community, but other persons that have come and are residents here? Have you been able to deal with those issues that sometimes arise without really leading to breakdown of law and order?
That is what we grow up with, you know. Our people are highly receptive. We accept non-indigenous. You know, we do things with them together. We never distinguish between indigenous and
non-indigenous.
Everybody, you know, we carry everybody along. Even if you take note during the festive activities, majority of the non-indigenous, they participated as if they own the festival
itself.
So we are that receptive. So
yeah.
That's why you see that we can accommodate any.
Okay, final question before I let you go. I want you to talk directly because this is an opportunity. Okere is one of the oldest community in the Warri Kingdom or Warri Metropolis. It still lacks some basic things. And this is also an avenue to talk to government directly So what are some of the things that you feel that the government can also do to help better this community? I'm talking about both the state or federal level.
Okay. Okere community, like my head has said before now, is very, very significant community. And we've produced a lot of elements in terms of political and otherwise. I want the government to come, give us this kind of education, give us education, sound education, provide scholarship for children and those young ones who want to be educated as well, and provide jobs opportunity for youth as well, and that will eradicate corruption in the community.
Yeah.
And the majority, the major thing is human capital. They should invest in human capital so we can give back to society.
So that you're talking about industries. What of the healthcare system here? How is it? You have the primary healthcare here, in General Hospital, all of that?
Yes, we do have General Hospital and some other healthcare centers.
Okay.
We have one at Tashamina and another one
that the community patronizes or goes to. Okay. Okay, well, I will need to thank you so much, sir. And I'm talking of no other person but the youth chairman of this great community, Okere community, Comrade Kevin Oludewa, for having this time with us. I would truly appreciate your time with us. And we thank you for your hospitality because it has been great since we've been here. I really appreciate your time with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Well, that's a wrap right here on Community Front. Lovely edition, you will agree with me. But I also emphasize that you follow us on our different social media platforms. They'll be streaming there on your screen, so you can just follow us, ask those questions, tell us how much you enjoyed this edition, and which other community you want us to visit. You might be surprised, we'll be there live, and we'll be having this quality time with you. But for me, Michael Gobadia, God bless you. Let's see how we do this another time, another lovely edition of Community Front. Bye for now.